Welcome back to the Level 5 Podcast. I'm Jeremiah Holden, and I'm joined by, as always, with
this guy,
Jesse Duckett. How's it going?
Jesse Duckett, good. It's today. It's Thursday. What day? Thursday. It's
Today
Thursday.
is still Thursday. Friday
yeah.
has not yet come.
It hasn't. It's been a busy day. We have a golf tournament coming up tomorrow that we're doing a big fundraiser, and so there's just a lot of things that we've been doing yesterday and today, and so it's a
lot of moving parts with that whole thing.
Yeah. Yesterday I said that because we had moved a bunch of stuff from our loft down from the loft up to my office, and a lot of that, and so I worked out enough yesterday for the year.
Oh,
I'm done. I don't have to move for the rest of the year.
I'm not a doctor, but that doesn't feel correct.
And it shouldn't be.
But I'm not a doctor, so sure, sounds good to me.
There you go. So I won't be moving for the rest of the year. But yeah, super excited to go watch people play golf, because I will not be playing golf. You will be playing golf.
I will be playing golf, yes.
I will not be. I will be driving around and taking pictures and just hanging out with people.
Sounds like a fun time.
It does sound like a fun time. I did the golf tournament a couple years ago. Well, so we haven't done it for like 2 years because of the pandemic. And so I think the 2 years before the last one we had done, I think was the last one that I golfed in. And I think it was right around hole 10 that I thought, you know what? I'm good.
I'm not a golfer.
that was fun.
Okay.
Great. I'll watch the rest of the way. I'm not a golfer. I'm not super great at it. It's fun. I do enjoy it, but I have a time limit. Yeah, I expire.
You expire. Interesting.
Yeah.
Interesting. So today is our 10th episode.
10th episode.
Which...
Is that a big milestone?
I don't think it's a big milestone, but when we didn't think we were going to be doing this, like the number of times that we talked about starting a podcast and getting it off the ground and then us having ideas and not doing it.
Yeah.
Having ideas and not doing it.
Yep.
Recording an episode and then not.
And then not doing anything after that. Yep.
Recording the episode, not putting it online.
Which is still that's that infamous episode 1.
Yeah.
I had a friend text me a couple weeks ago, and she's like, I can't find episode 1. Like, why don't I see episode 1 on here? She thought there was something wrong with like Spotify or whatever, and or that was like hidden. She couldn't find it, and I was like, oh no, it just we haven't released it.
And that's really for everyone's benefit that's listening.
Yeah, it's not great.
It's not.
I mean, it falls into that category of just us rambling for sure. And that was to see if we could do it. Like, can we sit down and just talk for the length that a podcast would be? And if you're listening to this podcast and you've listened to all the previous episodes, you know this. Yes,
we can ramble.
Yeah, we can go. It has not been bad, and I've really enjoyed this. The last I don't know how many months we've been doing this now. Like, it's months. It's we can talk about podcasting
2.5 months,
in month terms.
It's weird.
And we've released more than just our episodes. We've done a couple, like what I started calling last week the cuts, like the parts that we'd left out because it was already so long. In fact, Thursday, so it's today.
Released today as we're recording.
As we're recording today,
but
released
4 days in the past when you listen.
9.5 with little bits in it. It's just extra little bits.
Which I found out that 9.5 was released today because I was on YouTube. And I was like, you should listen to this Level 5 9.5. And I was like, we've released 9.5 already?
Yeah, I don't think I did tell you about that.
No, you did not. I mean, you said it was going to happen or that we had enough for it, but you didn't say that it was coming and /when.
Yeah, it works. And so we've got a number of things in the works with our podcast, and this is pretty great. Episode 10. And so today we're going to have a little bit of fun.
We are going to have a little fun. We're going to challenge each other to some trivia.
I'm going to ask you Harry Potter questions.
Yep.
And you're going to ask me The Office questions.
The Office UK, right?
I would not do well. David Brent. That's it. That's what I got. Dwight's character? I don't know. And so I think it's going to be good. And is it? Are we podcasting about it? We're just having fun.
Yeah. So, hey Jesse, I got some trivia for you.
That's crazy. I have some trivia for you.
Let's podcast about it then.
Hey, I'm really excited to go through this. As far as the trivia thing, I love answering Office trivia, and I enjoy the idea that I get to ask you a bunch of questions. Now, can I ask you, where'd you get your questions from?
I had to go to the internet just because there are so many questions. I could go back and watch a lot of it, and I'm sure I could pick out some really nitpicky things.
Yeah.
But I've also challenged you to Office trivia before, where I've taken pictures of scenes, and then you've come back to me and said, "Oh, that's episode 5 in season 6," and Michael had just said blah 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 blah.
Yeah.
So
it's true. It's dangerous.
I know a lot. I've seen The Office several times. I enjoy the show. You don't like Harry Potter. Or sorry, so you haven't really listened to Harry Potter or read. Yeah.
That's what will be tricky is that you asking me Office questions, like you already kind of have an idea of what's going on and you understand a lot of the context of it. Me trying to figure out Harry Potter questions, I have no idea. I have no idea. Even when I started to think, okay, I'm obviously going to have to go to the internet to find these questions. I don't know if they're hard. Is this a hard question? Is this an easy question? I have no idea because I have no idea.
Well, so you don't even know if it's so in Harry Potter, there are the books.
Yeah.
There are the movies, which follow the books mostly, but there's a lot of things that aren't necessarily in the same vein.
Okay.
And then there's a whole universe called Pottermore or thewizardingworld.com.
And I would have never, those, I would have only thought movies. I would not have even thought other things.
For sure, but if you go Google Harry Potter questions,
right,
you might find Pottermore material.
And I would have no idea.
And you would have no idea.
No clue.
And you'd come at me and I'd be like, dude, that's Pottermore. There's no way I'm going to...
Right. Is that like fan fiction type stuff?
No, it's stuff that J.K. Rowling and her team has come out and said, hey, this is official canon. It's kind of like the Legends and Star Wars type of concept, but this is official canon to Harry Potter. And they're just building the world out.
Yeah. Okay. Great. So I needed help.
Okay.
And so I reached out to a friend who loves Harry Potter.
Oh, no.
And
I'm so nervous that we're not going to air this episode because I'm not going to get a single question right.
And so I reached out to a friend who has moved to Idaho, Maddie Eckhart.
Okay.
And I was like, look, as you've been listening to this podcast, you know that we're doing this trivia thing. I don't know anything about Harry Potter. I need your help. Can you send me some questions? And so,
okay, so she's trying to stump me even more.
Yeah. And I was like, there's got to be some easy ones. Like, I don't want to just totally stump him. But so I have no idea. Like, I don't even know. She said there's a range of easy to hard, and I'm not going to know
for sure
any of them. And so I'm excited to see how this goes.
Full disclosure, I did find a website, and it said the hardest Office trivia quiz, but it gives a percentage of how many people answer that question correctly.
Okay.
So I can be like the hardest question on here. Apparently only 2.7% of the people that took the quiz got it correctly.
Okay. 10 people took the quiz.
So
yeah. I know. Who knows? Yeah.
So I have no idea, but that apparently is a really hard question.
This is going to be great. And just for if you're watching this and wondering, like, gosh, what will they do next? On our 20th episode, if you have an idea of what you would like us to do, drop a line somewhere and however you communicate with us.
Yeah. Text, email,
or
carrier pigeon.
If you're on the Spotify watching this, you can type a little comment in the bottom.
Smoke signals.
Yeah.
Message in a bottle.
Yeah.
You got to send out that SOS.
I just heard that song.
Did you know?
It's not a song you hear very often, but when I hear it now, it makes me think of Guitar Hero.
I was going to say Guitar Hero. That song is now linked to Guitar Hero, which sucks for...
Sting.
Yeah.
Was it Sting or Police?
It was the Police.
Okay.
I was going to say Police, and then you said Sting, and I was like, it's close enough.
I mean, it's the same. It's like saying Genesis or Phil Collins. It's like, and from whoever the majority of our audience is, you don't know any of that. Like, I'm not sure what the age range is of the people who listen to this podcast.
We have a lot of 30-year-olds.
Okay.
Like our age range. That's the majority of our people.
Our age. I enjoy being lumped in with the 30s and saying that's our age. I enjoy that. That makes me feel good. Because I am.
All right, let's kick off this little trivia shenanigans. I figured you ask a question,
Yeah, we'll go back and forth like that. We should probably have a way of keeping tally. Do you have a...
our editor in post will just put it on the screen.
I'm just saying at the end, so we can, as we're talking, be like, hey, you have 5. I have and I'm like, I don't know how many you got.
I have nothing to keep tally on.
I'll just open up a notepad thing.
Yeah, that works. This is what we call dead air, and nobody wants dead air. It's the bane of the radio host's existence. So in the meantime, while Jesse types that up, I'm going to tell you the little story of the boy who could.
The boy who could?
Yeah. You see, there was a little boy who had a puppy who lost his way. And the little boy represents society.
I'm good. It didn't take me any long to do this. I just have a little thing there. Yeah, that was yeah.
I appreciate that because I didn't know I was going there.
How many questions do you have?
I mean, I've got access to hundreds, so.
Oh, okay. I have 30.
Okay, so
we'll just see. We'll just see how long this goes and where we're going.
And we're gonna banter back and forth. So realistically, we're gonna get through 2.
And that's it. That's all we do. Yeah. Okay. Well, hey, here I'll go first. I'll ask you. So I'm asking you Harry Potter trivia.
Yep.
And then you're asking me The Office trivia.
Yeah.
This is exciting. Okay, let's go. Here we go. Question number 1.
Hold up.
Okay.
Pause for dramatic effect. Pause for music. I'm playing the Harry Potter.
Do you think we can play that in the?
No, there's licensing issues with that. But I just played it in my head. John Williams' score was playing, so
what
I'm
if I
ready.
find Roblox versions or elevator versions or
8-bit versions or something?
8-bit version.
You might. I mean,
I don't know. There's probably still stuff there. We're not going to do it. Hey, if you know anything about Harry Potter or you know anything about The Office, you can hear the song in your head.
Yeah.
You know what it is.
Yep.
You got this. Okay. Here we go. Question number 1.
I'm so nervous.
I think this is easy. I think this one's easy, right? You know this one for sure. Okay. What are the names of the 4 Hogwarts houses and their colors?
Oh, okay. So how specific do you want me to get? Is it...
I don't know. I have no idea. I have an answer sitting here.
So if I say like Gryffindor and like Crimson or Scarlet, would that be good? Or do you need red? Like how... I don't know how specific she got with it. Do I need gold?
I will say that each of the houses have 2 colors.
Okay. So it'd be like Scarlet and Gold, I believe, is Gryffindor.
Okay.
Then you have Ravenclaw, who is blue and bronze, or silver. I guess someone might try to make that. It shouldn't be, though. Then you have Slytherin, which is green and silver. And then you have Hufflepuff, which is like gold and black or yellow and black.
I figured I was going to go ding, 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 but I'll probably put that sound in there. Yes. You said Ravenclaw, blue, or... what'd you say? Bronze.
Bronze, yeah. Copper, maybe.
She did write silver.
Silver, okay.
And so, but why would that be 2 different things?
In different merchandising, it's coming as different things. So I can't remember what it says in the books, but I know that in some merchandising it's shown up as gold or like bronze in color, and some of it shows up in silver. So,
okay.
I don't think blue is the main color there.
All right. Cool. Well done. You got that one.
Thank you. Let's figure out how we want to do this. I'm going to go with an easier question. Just kind of get the...
get the ball rolling.
Yeah, get the ball rolling. Who gave up a child? We'll go simple. Who gave up their child?
Phyllis.
Okay. Yep.
Phyllis did. And
which leads to
Aaron thinking that she might have been Phyllis's actual baby because, Porky's had just come out. Like there were a lot of... Aaron says, I don't know. Maybe I'm just another Porky's baby.
It's funny even thinking about it because there's like... how?
Like, it was not a romantic movie at all. Like that's yep. Maybe I'm just another Porky's baby.
Maybe just another Porky's baby.
All right. Okay, here we go. Question number 2 for Jeremiah. What are the 4 dragons in the second event of the Twizzard tournament?
I know I'm not going to get it. It's Hungarian Horntail. I could not tell you the other 3 off the top of my head.
One does start with an S.
Sweet?
Sweden.
It's going to be Sweden something or other?
Swedish
chef. Yeah, I'm not going to get this.
Okay, one's Chinese.
That's not going to help me.
One is Welsh.
One is Welsh, one is Chinese?
Yeah.
I have no idea.
Okay, Chinese fireball, Swedish short snout.
Okay.
Welsh green.
Okay. Yeah, those dragons, I read that part, oh, that's cool.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah.
All right, that's good.
I'll take the L. I'm down 1.
All right.
Okay. What is Stanley's team name at Beach Day?
Oh man. Oh, because it changes. Oh, so I got a 50-50 chance here. Because he says, he's like, I don't care what you name me. Like, I don't care. And Michael's like, okay, you're the blue team. And then he goes, no, red. Like he doesn't want a team at all. But then Michael says, fine, you're just going to be this color. And he's like, nope, opposite, like different color. And so it's red or blue. And I'm going to say red.
It's blue.
Oh, got it. Dang.
All right.
Yeah. That's tricky. And I'm colorblind, so come on, that's not fair.
That's not how that works. It's an auditory thing you've heard on that one.
That's not how that works. All right, here we go. Harry Potter number 3. What is the spell that Ron uses on his rat that changes his color in the Sorcerer's Stone?
Okay, first of all, it doesn't change his color.
And what is his rat's name?
His rat's name is Scabbers, which turns into Peter Pettigrew. Oh, what is it? Something, turn this fat rat yellow. What is the beginning of that phrase, though? I'm trying to think. I have no. It's something yellow. It's like turn this stupid fat rat yellow. And first of all, it's not a real spell.
Turn this stupid fat rat yellow.
Yeah, but that's not a real spell. His brothers taught him it, and Hermione shows up in the train car and is like, that doesn't seem like a real spell to me.
But it doesn't work? It doesn't do something?
No.
Okay. So what I have here is Sunshine Daisies, Buttermellow.
Yeah, there we go. Yep.
Turn the stupid fat rat yellow.
Yeah.
And yeah, the rat's name, Scabbers, Peter Pettigrew, Wormtail.
So in Harry Potter, there is a magical map that is created by 4 characters, and they have nicknames.
Okay.
And one of them is Wormtail, who is Peter Pettigrew. His name is Wormtail because he can transform into a rat.
All right.
So it looks
there you
like
go.
a worm.
Tell you what, I'm going to give you credit for that.
Half credit. I'll get a brownie point.
Brownie point. Okay.
Who claps at the bird's funeral?
Claps at the bird's funeral. Like I'm picturing the bird's funeral.
Yep.
I'm trying to picture who's all there. Claps. Kelly.
No.
Dang it.
It's Kevin.
Yeah, I could see that. Yep. Hey, you're winning.
Yes, but not by, but only by a brownie point.
Yeah. That was good. I feel like I just watched that the other day too.
And you do watch these on repeat.
Yeah. Yes. I couldn't tell you how many times I've gone through the whole series. Yeah.
I've read the book several times.
Of The Office?
Yes. It's actually a comic book series that I read for The Office.
I believe it. Okay, here we go. Okay, question number 4. What is the Dursleys' address?
4 Privet Drive. Number 4 Privet Drive.
There's another word after that.
Oh, Little Wingding?
No.
Little Whingin?
No.
No. Number 4 Privet Drive. Is it
the city?
It's the city that they're in. It's a British name. Who cares? It's number 4 Privet Drive. Surrey.
Surrey is absolutely correct. Okay. Well done.
I had to go through the British towns I happen to know.
Yeah.
Which means I know them only from Harry Potter because that's the only time I know British towns.
For a long time, I knew a good amount of Greek mythology because of DuckTales.
Oh, yeah.
That was it. Yeah, DuckTales. What a great show.
That is fantastic. I just had the question I was going to ask. Where'd it go?
I have a message in a bottle stuck in my head.
Okay.
It's just playing on repeat in my head, especially the bass line, which makes sense because that's a distinct instrument.
Who was Pam for Halloween, and who would she look like if she removed her hat? That was kind of a...
Yes, so this was when she was in New York working at the Dunder Mifflin up there, and she didn't realize that nobody takes Halloween nearly as serious as the Scranton branch does, and so she dresses up as Charlie Chaplin And she wished that she would have known nobody else was dressed up, because when she takes her hat off, and she can't, and the mustache that she uses for Charlie Chaplin was grease paint, and so if she took her hat off, she's Hitler.
She is, yes.
Yeah. So she's sitting, like, everyone's just dressed normal, and there she is sitting there, like, totally decked out, like she looks like Charlie Chaplin.
Yeah, I know how to give you the hat clue, because otherwise you go with like olive oil, Popeye. So
right.
There's other costumes she has.
I was like, man, because she had olive oil and she was a cat. Those are the two like main ones.
Yeah.
Yeah. All right. Yeah, I got one. All right. Okay. Question number 5. It's 5 for our non-Spanish audience. Yeah. It's like, wait, what is that?
Do we have a non-Spanish audience I should know about?
I think our whole audience actually is non-Spanish.
Oh, okay. Okay. That's good to know.
Okay, question number 5. What is the password to get into Dumbledore's office?
Lemon drops.
Yeah. Now, I have a note here.
Okay.
That says that it changes.
It changes, yeah.
So what's the other one?
Oh, okay. It's going to be another candy.
I'm still going to give it to you because you got the one.
Yeah.
Unless you would agree that the full answer is both of these passwords.
So it changes throughout the entire thing.
Mm-hmm.
So you can't be like, oh, what's the, either like in this book, what is this password to into his office?
Now, is that part of the story that it changes, or is it a
security
error?
feature? No, it's a security feature.
Okay, so I think then to get full credit, you need to know them both.
Yeah, so depending on what it is, he says lemon drops is one of them, and then I think he tells Harry in a letter that he writes to him, says, hey, by the way, I really like I don't know, like cockroach clusters, but that could not be it. I have no idea. Nope. So what is the other candy that they mentioned for his password?
Sherbet lemon.
Sherbet lemon. Okay. Yeah.
Yep.
It's just what he does is to say, hey, this is my password. Get into my office. Come say hi.
But he changes it for security purposes.
Yeah. Okay. Every house or every picture that is or anything that's like a lock, they always say, oh, this is the new password. So like at one point for the Harry Potter or for the Gryffindor Tower, it's Membulus membatonia, I believe is how you pronounce it.
Oh.
It's a plant.
I will store that away. One of these days I'll get around to watching these and reading these. Well, probably more watching. Watching seems more likely of something that I will do. Reading them is a bit.
To me, the movies feel much more like a highlight film at some point. Like the first film does pretty good, second one, but eventually it's like, this happened in the book, and this part happened in the book, and there's so much that they have to cut out because of time. I would hope that they will make it into a series soon and actually do it like a 10-episode arc through each book.
That'd be cool.
Or 6 episodes for the first book, because the first book is really short.
All right. Good deal. Okay. I think question number 5 for you.
Yep.
For me. For you. To you. For me. Whatever.
I'm going to ask my 5th question for you.
There we go.
What band was Creed in? Last week, we briefly shouted out Synchronicity for Kevin. But this week is, what band was Creed in?
Man, they mention it in the last episode.
Yep.
And it's like, oh, geez. And it's just a throwaway line. Like, it's just... it's like a... gosh, I want to say like green water, grass water, roots. It's some kind of something like that.
Okay. Any final guesses?
No, that's all I got.
It is the grassroots. You almost
I said the words.
You said green water roots. You definitely were like so close. I was like, he's got it. And then we're going to play that back and let the audience decide whether or not you actually got those points.
All right.
Because that was,
right, I mean... Leave a comment whether or not I should get credit for that.
Yeah, because that was, I mean, you got the words.
Yeah, just not in the right order at all, which I feel like on any other given test, that wouldn't help you at all.
Yep.
Okay. All right, here we go. Here's my...
That's when I was in the Navy, we call it the shotgun method. You just throw everything out there and hope that one of them is correct.
Yeah. I mean, it's a strategy, for sure. Here we go. Number 6. What... Oh, sorry, I'm blocking the whole question here. What is the name of the group Harry, Hermione, and Ron put together in their 5th year?
Dumbledore's army, or the DA.
Yes, absolutely correct.
That was definitely one of the easier questions.
And I would have assumed so. No idea. No clue.
They create that to teach each other how to actually use defensive spells against dark magic.
Okay.
Because the current administration at the school says you can't do that. Everything you need is in a book. You don't need any experience in life.
All right.
And they prove her wrong because they are so good at defense against the dark arts, despite the fact they didn't learn anything from her all year.
Interesting.
Umbridge is the worst. You know I'm right.
I'll agree with you.
Oh, you should.
Okay, and I do. There we go. Okay.
Oh, I was like,
what do you got?
What's the next question?
Yeah.
So I'll tell you I'll ask the question the way I'm going to ask it, and then I'll tell you what the actual quiz says here.
Okay.
On their way to Gettysburg, what does everyone's hat say?
DM does DB. No. DM does GB.
Yeah.
Yeah.
The question just simply says, what do their hats say?
Oh, yeah. Now, if you... So, try to ask... You can go ahead and ask me that way, because I would have gone through, like... I think I probably could have figured that out. Right?
Okay.
And I love it. They're the bright... or a bright pink.
Pink, yeah.
I'm colorblind. They're the bright pink hats that they're just in that black lettering.
Yeah.
And they're super, like, embarrassing looking. And...
They know who they are.
They do. They do. Yeah, and they wear them. They wear them the whole time, except for the time that Gabe takes his off so that he can pretend to be Lincoln for a little bit, and he does an amazing job as the Lincoln person. Like he teaches like the little like class, like it's a little like a demonstration or whatever. It's so funny. I would love to see like just his whole thing. Like just if they could just create like a whole thing where Gabe does his whole like Lincoln presentation, because it was enough that everyone was like, "Hey, yeah," and they all clapped, and then he just takes off and runs.
In today's day and age, that would be like a webisode type of concept where like, oh, here's a little tidbit, right. A little behind the scenes. He does the entire thing. But The Office didn't come out in today's day and age. It came out a few years ago, which is weird to think because it still feels so, when you say like 2008, 2009?
Yeah, it was, because it was early. It was, the webisodes is actually something that The Office, they may not have like started webisodes, but they did. They made a bunch of different webisodes in there. And then that's what spawned the writer's strike, was because they were realizing that they were getting zero cuts from all of this, even though they were getting traction and there were people like drawing people in. The actual like writers of these things were getting nothing. Anything that was put on the internet, they didn't get any credit for. Zero. And so it started that whole writer's strike. And in fact, and I learned this from listening to the podcast Kevin. So it was Brian Baumgartner. He has a podcast all about this behind the scenes, and it kept going on. And one of the reasons why they finally ended it was because of Steve Carell, because he refused to come into work. And he was riding on all of his brand new star power, right? 40-Year-Old Virgin, so many different things, and he was like winning Emmys. And so they're like, we can't fire Steve. Steve's the reason that all of this, like, that we're still being successful.
Yeah. And
because he refused to come in support of the writers, like, that's what helped pave the way to ending the writer's strike. Yeah, it's pretty awesome. The Office was like a huge, like, instrumental part of why it started and then it ending, which I never would have thought of, because it didn't seem like The Office was that significant of a show at that time.
Yeah. Now, is there like a season where The Office feels weird or something like that, like because of the writer's strike? I know other TV shows, like they have like season 3 and then season 3.5 because they took a break in between.
Yeah.
So I don't remember the Office. I don't remember that, but
no, they did a pretty good job in The Office. It's hard to pick up on that, but I do know what you're talking about too. Like, because I love Lost. I love that show, and right there in season 3, they were setting up so many of these arcs, and then it was like, whatever. Like they just like they would kind of like touch on it, but they couldn't. Right? They ran out of time. But I think it was that year though that The Office did like 28 episodes or something. They really started cranking them out.
The writers are like, "Hey, you brought us back. Let's get to work."
Yeah, I do know that, like, just from watching the bloopers, that I'm pretty sure that Dinner Party, where Michael and Jan have everybody over.
Such a great episode and so awkward.
It's so great. But watching the bloopers, they're having a hard time laughing through a scene. And Steve Carell says something like, man, it's so hard after being gone for so long. Like, it's hard when you come back. And so I think that was the first one after the writer's strike.
Yeah. Okay.
All right.
I believe you're up, sir.
Yes. Sorry. Okay. Here we go. Number 7. What is Harry Potter's favorite treat?
Oh. The first thing that comes to mind is treacle tart. Is that? But that doesn't look, based off your face, I don't think that's correct.
I'm giving you nothing.
You are giving me nothing. Wait, it's treacle tart. Why does it? I feel like it's really basic, like potatoes or something like that, like baked potatoes. But am I talking myself out of the right answer?
I don't know.
Well,
I do know. I do know.
I was like, you do know if I said the right word, and okay, I'm going to eliminate Turkish Delight because that's Edmonds.
There we go, right? That's Narnia.
Yeah, that's Narnia, a different world.
Which I had a Turkish Delight not too long ago.
Was it delightful?
I wouldn't have sold out my brothers and sisters for it.
Yeah, but an evil queen wasn't giving it to you.
Does that make it better?
Well, you don't know she's evil. She's just a pretty queen lady that's giving you treacle tart.
But I still wouldn't be, like, regardless of who it was like, hey, I have this thing for you. And be like, awesome. That was great. Okay, now sell it to your brothers and sisters. Be like, meh, I'm good. I mean,
but he was tricked, right? He didn't know they're going to be turned to stone.
No, but he knew that, like, well, I guess he didn't know anything. But he was willing to give up anything. He was like, yeah, more Turkish Delight? Sure.
Well,
Name it. I'll do it. Well, who do you want me to murder?
His brothers weren't nice to him. His brother and sisters weren't nice. And
it's true. He was he definitely got picked on in that family.
He did. And as a result, they got sold out.
Yeah, there you go. That's just what you get.
But that being said, I'm going to say chocolate frogs.
Chocolate frogs is wrong. Treacle tarts.
Son of a gun.
You were there. You were right there.
It was the first thing I was like, that's correct. And then I totally talked myself out of it.
So you were saying trink, like with an N.
It might be trickle tart. Trickle tarts?
So I have treacle.
Oh, treacle.
No N.
Okay, that sounds
I don't know
that sounds more
is.
correct.
Yeah.
Treacle.
Okay.
That's a British thing, I think. I don't know.
British things.
I'm American, and I will butcher the English language because that's my right.
My forefathers fought so that I could just screw that language up. Just get real lazy with it.
America.
Yeah.
That's with the UH for all of you kids out there. America. What is Stanley's motto? I just want to hear you say the phrase.
Yeah, it's oh man, drive fast, leave a sexy corpse. Live fast, leave a sexy corpse. He had a couple mottos in that episode. I'm going with drive fast, leave a sexy corpse.
You are correct.
Hey,
there you go.
All right.
That was yeah.
That's
when they go to Florida, right?
Yeah. Jim is so funny in that he's like, for the majority of my life, I just kept telling myself, just don't end up like Stanley. And now I'm wondering, do I even have what it takes? That was great. Okay. Awesome. Awesome sauce. Awesome blossom. Do you know what episode that's from? All right, here we go. Question 8. That's from The Office. That was a quote from The
Office. Before we get to question 8.
Yeah.
Based off timing, we are near the middle of our podcast.
Hey, it's true.
Do you want to take our second for our shout-out break?
Yeah. Yeah, let's do it right now.
Okay, who do you want to shout out this week?
It's a real person. Is that okay? Last week I shot out my wife, so I guess that works.
Every person I've shouted out has been real.
That is true. No, Peter Parker is the one that you did the first time, and you were shouting out Peter Parker. I am shouting out I won't do his last name because he is a student, but his name is Jonah.
Oh, okay.
Because today is Team Jonah Day. Jonah has cystic fibrosis, And so today in the Long Beach area, there's one specific Chick-fil-A that if you go to Chick-fil-A and you show this little flyer that says you're part of Team Jonah, then they like donate a certain amount of money to help find a cure for cystic fibrosis. And so that is today. I've eaten Chick-fil-A already once. I'm drinking a Chick-fil-A milkshake right now, and I bought a bunch of cookies for youth group tonight. And if we can get youth group to end at a reasonable time and I get out of here in time, I'll probably stop by Chick-fil-A on the way home. But all for Team Jonah.
Yeah.
Sorry, the mustache hair. All for Team Jonah, and just we love that kid, and just would really love to see a cure for cystic fibrosis.
All right. This week I'm gonna shout out someone who's real, for the record. They're a real person. I'm gonna shout out Josh Duckett.
Hey,
it was his birthday last Sunday.
That's right.
So I just want to say happy birthday, Josh. Hope it was a great one, all things considered.
It was an adventure of a day for sure.
It was, yes.
Yeah.
So he's a good little kid. I enjoy him.
Fantastic.
Just say happy birthday to Josh.
I love that kid.
Yeah, you should. I hope you do.
Yeah. Yep.
And that's been our middle of the pod moment. I keep wanting to make like a D, make it like the D moment.
Yeah.
But I don't.
Right. That's although for the past 3 we've had,
No. We've had our own.
You know what it is.
For those of you that have been listening since the beginning, you know.
It's just the I don't know, the midpoint. I don't know. It all depends on where I put those breaks in the editing. Anyways, it could just be right in the middle of just the middle.
Yeah, I mean, I did it after question 7, which is a weird question one, so we have to get to 14, I guess.
Or we can go to 10. Who cares? It's our podcast.
It is. Go ahead and ask number 8.
All right, here we go. Number 8 in the Harry Potter world.
Oh, no.
Who are the Marauders?
Oh, okay. So do they want their actual names? So you want James Potter, Remus Lupin, Sirius Black, and Peter Pettigrew? Or do they want their animal names of Padfoot? Oh, no. It's so confident.
Oh, no, it's not one of them.
No, it's Padfoot, Wormtail, Prongs, and Padfoot, Prongs, Wormtail, and
you're right there.
How am I forgetting? Mr. Padfoot, Prongs, Wormtail, and Mooney.
That's right. Absolutely. Well done.
That was, for the Harry Potter guys, I was combining in my head the fact that 2 people are, in theory, dogs. And I was like, Padfoot, that covers over at Remus, but he wasn't. He was Mooney because he's a werewolf.
Hey, you did it. Well done.
I keep waiting for my second question.
I know, you're like, come on.
Give me the trivias. And no, you don't. Who is the salesman that Jim and Dwight make up?
It is okay. It's the drawing is a combination of everybody in the office. Toby ends up portraying him when they come into when the guy from is it Syracuse comes in because he's all angry. No, Binghamton? No, that's the one that they shut down, the Binghamton.
Well, there goes that question from my list.
Yeah. And because he comes in and he's like, and Todd Gross is what is that's the name that's and Floyd Gross. Floyd. I'm going with Floyd Gross.
Oh, it's Lloyd.
Lloyd
Gross.
Man. Oh, yeah. That's so awesome. I love that because even when they're in there, that whole meeting of them together arguing about stuff is so funny because Toby, who's trying to act all like he doesn't put up with anybody, he's like starts kind of like talking back, and he's like, I like to think of Lloyd Gross as a no nonsense kind of guy, and at one point he talks back to him and he's like, look, I've seen bullies like you and I'm not going to let you bully me. And the guy is like, he stands up. He's like, oh yeah. And he gets right in his face. And Toby's like, he pulls his phone out and he's like, oh, what's that? Call from the wife. Got to take this. And just like gets up and just runs out of the office. Like just, oh gosh, it was so good. Okay. Oh. Well, that's a bummer. I missed that one. So close.
So close.
Okay. Here we go. Harry Potter number 9. Who is the author
J.K. Rowling.
of The Quibbler?
Xenophilius Lovegood.
Yes. Look at you. Well done. I wasn't even sure how to say that. I saw it sitting there.
That is Luna Lovegood's father, and he writes what we might call a tabloid. It's called The Quibbler.
Okay.
And it's basically just crazy stories that he claims are correct. A conspiracy theory type of writing thing.
Do they end up being correct?
For the most part, no.
Okay.
Yeah. He ends up being pivotal at one point because he writes Harry Potter's story so that the world will hear it and know what's going on with it.
Gotcha.
But
gotcha. I didn't know if it'd be one of those because that's kind of like going back to the shotgun theory that you say enough crazy things, eventually one of them is going to be true.
I mean, this at one point they'd like write these runes upside down, and then you can understand the secret arts and stuff. I don't think he's ever had anything correct, except for the fact that they convinced him to write Harry Potter's story, and then the Wizarding world knows, oh, Voldemort's back. This is what happens.
Gotcha.
So,
okay.
Let's go with something which I think you can, if you don't know for sure, you can definitely suss it out. Steve Carell left The Office in which season? Or at the end of which season, I guess.
So it's 7, at the end of 7.
Yeah.
Like towards the end. There were still 4 episodes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So that's end enough.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Hey, it's the end. And the whole idea was that he wanted the rest of the crew and the cast to be able to like to still shine, right? And so it still felt like it was going to keep going, so that a lot of people stopped watching after Steve left, but more people would be like, oh, the show's still going. It's not ending without him.
Yeah, I mean, I thought I heard something like Steve didn't actually want to leave the show, like initially, but then they just didn't offer him a contract back, or like there was like a miscommunication with that or something.
That doesn't seem to make a ton of sense. He was getting so many offers to do so many other things. But I think that he just didn't renew his contract. I
feel like I it's what I remember, right?
Yeah.
But I feel like there was something like he was willing to renew, and the office was really willing to bring him back. But like there was a miscommunication that happened where he thought they didn't want him back, and they thought he didn't want him back. Like,
huh? Yeah, I don't know. I mean, maybe I'm sure those things happen all the time.
Yeah, I don't know.
No idea.
Fact check me in the comment section down below, please. I'll appreciate that.
Yeah.
I read every comment that comes in, mainly because I write half of them.
It's true. It is you. All right. Let's see here. Okay, are we gonna go to 10 or are we gonna go to 14? What time are we at?
We're at like 45 minutes. We
could probably do it. Let's just do 10.
Okay.
And then if this seemed like a good thing, we can do more. I've got more Harry Potter, and you got more.
I have tons of more.
Office.
Yeah.
Okay, here we go. We're gonna end with this one then. What are the 7 Horcruxes?
Oh no. The 7 Horcruxes would be Nagini, the snake, if that's what's on there.
Okay.
Ravenclaw's diadem. I'm not doing this in any particular order. That's going to screw me over. I know what it is, or mess me up. Please edit that out. So Nagini, the diadem, Ravenclaw's diadem, Hufflepuff's cup. That's 3. I need 4 more, and I know the 7th one. There's the this. What's that? The ring of Marvola's ring.
Okay.
Slytherin's locket.
Okay.
There's going to be 2 more.
Mm-hmm.
Harry Potter's going to end up being one of them.
Okay.
And the 7th one would be... where is it at? The ring, the locket, Harry Potter, Nagini, the cup, the diadem. The cup, the diadem, the locket, Nagini, the ring, Harry Potter, and where's the 7th one? The diary.
Yes.
There it is. I was like, I know it's somewhere. It's got to be an important part of the book. It's in the 2nd book we learn about the diary. We don't know it's a Horcrux at that point in time. We just know it has a piece of Voldemort's soul where he can inhabit young Ginny Weasley.
Yeah.
So.
Well, there you go. You nailed it.
All right.
Well done.
That was okay. That should not have been as hard as it was, but I was drawing a blank on the diary.
It It was a big question.
According to the little search I have here, why was Kevin's computer thrown out?
Why was
Kevin's? They say they throw Kevin's computer out.
So, I mean, like, something being thrown out, I think... it was... His Google searches were so filthy. They just had to throw the computer out. Yeah. My first thought, like, just something being thrown out, was that during the wedding in Niagara Falls, that Kevin left his shoes out to be like cleaned or polished or something like that, and he comes back and they're gone, and he goes down to the front desk and he's like, my shoes are missing, and she's like, oh, you're Mr. Malone. Hang on one second. And like the main manager comes over and he's like, yes, Mr. Malone, your shoes were destroyed. What? He's like, yes, they were destroyed. The smell coming from your shoes overtook the cleaning staff, and then all these other people and so it was in everybody's best interest that they just be destroyed. And he's like, but I don't have any shoes now. And they're like, we can offer you a complimentary breakfast. Fine.
Oh, that's such a good... Yeah. The fact that he just wears tissue boxes.
Yeah, tissue boxes. And I still think it... I say this in my head sometimes after I've been just spending the day like on my feet, that, boy, my dogs are barking. And like at the very end, he sticks his feet in the ice chest, like the hotel ice bar that everyone gets ice from. Oh, it's just horrific.
It's so good.
All right. Well, hey, let's see here. Looking at you, you got a 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 correct.
Okay.
And I got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6.
Whoa. Okay.
Jeremiah is the winner.
Thank you, ladies and gentlemen. I'd like to thank the Academy.
Yeah.
My mother and father. You know, my good Lord and Savior up above.
There you go.
There you mention him.
Putting Jesus at third place. Gotcha. Yeah. Good.
Well, it's not so much third place. It's the last person I mentioned, so I figure that's the person you're going to walk home with.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
All right.
So I've got no more shout-outs as a result. Otherwise, my entire...
That's it. Yeah, you get it. That's it. That was nobody else gets that. Well, hey, that was great. That was a lot of fun, and I love talking about The Office, and so any chance I get to do that, I will.
Yeah, we got to figure out. Next trivia, we'll do something different. I don't know.
Yeah, we'll figure something out. I do like the idea of doing like a Bible trivia where neither of us know like what questions are coming, or like we're kind of on the same page.
I thought about doing the heads up because I have Heads Up Bible.
Okay.
And so it would be us trying to describe, like one of us has to describe it to the other.
Yeah.
And hopefully that you can guess it.
That could be fun too. I like the idea. I like that. So, all right.
Well, hey,
we're at the end here. This was level 5. I'm Jesse. That's Jeremiah. And we like to leave you with those two things.
First of all, you are loved.
So loved.
Not by just Jesse and I, but by your Heavenly Father up above.
That's right.
You are loved.
That's right. And you might...
Oh, yeah, number 2. What is number 2? Sorry.
Number 2. Sorry. Yeah. You might die tonight. You are not guaranteed tomorrow. And so if there is something that you need to do that's been put on your heart that you've been waiting and putting off to take care of, don't wait. Tomorrow's not promised. Nope. Take care of it today. Why put something off for tomorrow that you can take care of today?
And now that we're done, Jesse, please answer your wife. I can see this text going off.
Yes, I've been getting a number of texts over the last 5 minutes. She's at Chick-fil-A getting food.
Oh, okay.
And so she's just asking if I want something.
Chick-fil-A 8-count nugget meal with fries and a sweet tea, please. Just
there you go. If you're listening to this, that's Jeremiah's order. That's how you get...
Yep. Chick-fil-A sauce and barbecue.
There it is. Okay, hey, we love you guys. Have a good afternoon, good day, good night, whenever it is that you listen to this. And we'll see you later.
Get out of here, you crazy kids.